What do you think separates people that are like blowing up their business, blowing up their revenue, and people that are not? People that are staying stuck in their business. Maybe they're staying stuck at that low six figures and they just can't seem to scale into that $500,000, $1 million, or even millions of dollars. What's the difference? Here's a secret. It's not often talent like a lot of people think. It's not that some people are so much better than everyone else. The difference is the people that are highly successful, the people that are doing big things are doing big things. That's it. They're out there, they're speaking, they're being seen, they're visible, they're building relationships and partnerships. And others are not, or they're hanging out in maybe a Facebook group. They're not doing big things. They're not getting out there in a big way. I want to share with you how to speak, sell, and scale. In fact, this is part of my brand new book that will be coming out very shortly. It's called Micah, Step into the Expert Spotlight, the playbook to speak, sell, and scale to millions. So I'm going to give you just a little bit of that book right now in this content. Before I do that, make sure you hit that notification bell and subscribe to this channel because I release new content all the time. And I am here to help you grow an influential business to 7 figures or even more, much more if you want to. So how do you do this? Well, you've got to get out there and be seen and shine. There's so many ways to do this in the marketplace today. In fact, these speaking strategies can build your revenue like nothing else. Now, I'm coming from a lot of experience. I've actually been speaking since I was a kid, and I talk about some of those stories in the book. Actually, some of them are very funny, like when I got spanked in the 3rd grade for talking too much. I go into all the details. But here's what I found out later when I started building businesses. It was a game changer. It's a game changer to get out there and speak to attract people to your business. And I've done it in every one of my 7 businesses. So I know it works. I'll never forget the first time I ran a small, intimate workshop in my coaching business. And I don't even know if there were 10 people in the room. Maybe there were 10 people in the room. And I closed over $60,000 in sales. And that was about 14 or 15 years ago. So it was then that I said, oh my gosh, the power of speaking is huge. But I want to talk to you about owning your own stage, because a lot of people are out there trying to get on big stages or speak at conferences and things like that. And I'm not saying that those things are not awesome. They are. But when you own your own stage, you can build that stage and you can leverage that stage anytime you want. So you are not dependent on being on someone else's stage, on their schedule and their time frame to grow and scale your business. So when I talk about speaking, selling, and scaling, one of the strategies behind that is to own your own stage. I think I have spoken, probably thousands and thousands of hours between content, being on stages, running my own events, social media, all of the things. I know that I have probably spoke thousands of hours, but I love my own stage. And that the reason for that is because I can do that as much or as little as I want. I can fire up a stage anytime I want. So what does this look like? Well, in the marketplace today, we have so many opportunities to own your own stage. Here are some of the ways that I have built my business in my coaching practice, and also ways that I teach my clients. So podcasting, both guesting and hosting a show, is amazing. It can continue to bring you really high level clients. It can build your email list. It can get you a bigger audience. You get to leverage other people's audiences when you guest. I love to help my clients actually get clients from their podcast. So we have an amazing strategy behind that we use. But a podcast is a great way to get out there, to get seen, get heard, and attract more people to your business. A lot of people start a podcast and they think, well, I want to get a lot of downloads. Well, that's one strategy. And if you are looking for your podcast to maybe be your business, then that would definitely be something that would be important, because you would want to get sponsorships and advertisers on your podcast, and they would be looking at the downloads. But there are a lot of other ways to use a podcast, and that is to bring in really high-end clients. That is to fill your events from people that you have on your workshop, to build your email list, or to sell services. So there's so many ways to leverage that. Another way that I love to have my own stage is this right here. I am doing it, right? I'm sharing value with you on my channels, on my social media. This will get repurposed all across channels in multiple ways. And it is a way to not only build thought leadership and content, but it's going to be out there forever until I take it down, or if I take it down. So it is like 24/7 selling you in your business. It's like pre-selling you. And when people come across my content, often, and they book on my calendar, they'll say, oh, I checked you out here, or I binge watched your videos on YouTube. And so it is a really powerful way to own your own stage and bring in business consistently. So are you doing this? Another great way to own your own stage is to run virtual events. It is one of my favorite ways to bring in a lot of revenue at one time. And I'll never forget the first time I ran a virtual event and had a $130,000 day. Now, I'm not making income claims, but these are things that I do in my business and things I help my clients do. Of course, there is work and effort and energy behind them, and you have to have the right pieces in place to have that kind of success. But look, I can run those as much as I want, right? And so owning my own stage gives me that flexibility in my business, but it also gives me that consistency in my business to build my revenue. Another great way to own your own stage is through live streaming, where you go live across channels. So you can utilize social media to be seen everywhere and attract and draw people in. You can set up your live stream like an event on different platforms and invite all of your connections. You can live stream and then share it with people. You can live stream and repurpose that and repost it. So there's a lot of ways, again, to utilize speaking in your business with your own stage. And all of these things are your own stage. It's just amazing what we have available to us today that we just haven't always had. When I started in business, I would have to go and do small workshops if I was going to own my own stage. I would have to find a room or find a restaurant. I would often have to provide food or drinks. I would have to create workbooks. I would have to do all of this stuff. And then I would still have to get the people there, right? And often there would be a charge or a fee for the rooms that I used. But gosh, to be able to do this virtually is a game changer. You don't have to do all of those things anymore. You could run 2 or 3 events in a day if you wanted to do that. So it's just a fast path to being able to grow and scale your business. And I see so many people that are just not taking these opportunities in their business to really own their own stage. Another way that you can own your own stage in your business to speak, sell, and scale is by running webinars and even just small mini live trainings, small little master classes. These are all ways, again, to attract your people and own your stage, speak, sell, and scale. So those are some actual marketing strategies that can be used in your business. A great way to really leverage speaking and owning your own stage is to multiply what you are doing. So you are not just speaking live on a live stream. You are not just doing podcast interviews or hosting your own show. You are not just doing YouTube. Of course, you can be on one platform doing one thing, and I don't recommend that you try to start too many things at one time. But look, a lot of these things, when they're structured in the right way, they can feed another strategy. So for example, if I'm going to set up an event on LinkedIn, I'm going to live stream on LinkedIn, and then I can invite people into a VIP or a virtual workshop with me or to a webinar with me. Now you can see that those two things work together. They're not separate. And it really helps speed the know, like, and trust. It also starts influencing buyers and people seeing your expertise. Now, you have to make sure you're in front of the right people to do this and to make it work. But this is the opportunity you have in the marketplace today. If you're not leveraging this, you are just missing out on really growing your business to millions of dollars, because even high-level CEOs and people that are running multi-million-dollar businesses, and even if you think about billionaires that are out there, people like Tony Robbins and Grant Cardone and all of these people that have these huge brands, They're all speaking. They're all speaking and selling and scaling. They're out there. People can find them. People can see them. And this is the path to higher success in 2025 and going forward, because people don't need more information. They need you. They're looking for experts. They're looking for people that stand out. They're looking for people that really know what they're doing, and they're looking for your services. They're looking for your voice. They're looking for you. But if you're not putting yourself out there with the right strategies, or you're not consistent with what you're doing, again, you're playing small. You're missing out on the biggest opportunities you have. In fact, I think it's the biggest opportunity we've had in history. So don't miss out. Let's go speak, sell, and scale your business. Let me know your thoughts. I would love to hear how this helped you, or what you would even like me to talk about when it comes to speaking and selling and scaling. I'm happy to do videos around that. But as we go forward, I'm going to be sharing more things that are in my book, so that you can really start thinking about how to speak, sell, and scale to millions. It's time for you to mic up and step into the expert spotlight. Let's go. It is your time to shine. I'll talk to you next time. God bless you. Have an amazing day. Bye-bye.